Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're reviewing the Honda Ridgeline RTL. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Ken Garf Honda here in Orem, Utah for giving me some time with this Ridgeline. I'm going to include a link to the website in the description down below so you can check what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 280 horsepower and then 262 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see how it kind of falls off a little bit on either side, but then just flat there in the center. A little bit more simplistic with the design, but it looks good. And then down below with the headlights, I like how the chrome trim kind of dissects them a little bit. Honda logo front and center, it's a little turn signal indicator, and then we've got fog lights there at the very bottom. So putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 245 60 18 in the front and over in the rear. You can see with the wheels, you got the silver mixed with the metallic gray, and pretty solid tire setup. Nice little fender flare there. You can see the rest of the bodywork continues on the side, and then we've got some chrome trim around the windows. And then here's the side profile. This is where I'll mention it's unibody and it has independent front and rear suspension. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the remote start function and then the Honda logo. And popping into the bed, the tailgate, you do have to lower it down yourself, but you can see protection here on the tailgate. Same thing for the bed itself, got little lighting elements in the bed too. And then lifting this up, pretty easy. We also have the swing gate function with the Ridgeline, which is cool. And then we've got a little trunk here, spare tire. So just a nice practical touch. That's all pretty simple. Look at the taillight design. You can see it says Ridgeline here on the back, and then you got the two exhaust tips there at the bottom. So yeah, there's the new back end of the Ridgeline. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch down below. Got a little cup holder right here, and then here are the seats, really nice trim perforated all down the center. And then you've got this to pull up the seat, so you've got a little flat loading floor underneath. Now being basically an SUV, you kind of just can slide right in. It's really easy to get in. Legroom solid, got a storage pocket right here. We have some vents in the rear. We have a little cup holder armrest, and then headroom. It's good. Take a look at the front door panel, soft touch here at the top. You can see down below as well. All of our window controls, front to automatic. You got your door lock and unlock, memory seats, blind spot monitoring with the mirrors. It's for the gas cap release. Good storage, by the way. This 1,477 pounds of payload. And then here's the front seat again. Nice trim, power adjustable. And then we do have our mirror adjustment here, econ mode. You can see for the cargo light, stability control, collision assistance, and then lane departure as well. Taking a look at the steering wheel, soft touch trim all around. Got paddle shifters here on the back. We've got practical controls like our adaptive cruise control, steering assist, volume and voice command controls as well. You can see the regular stocks here on the back. And then look at this. This is pretty cool with the center gauge cluster. You can use this to scroll through and see different bits of info on systems within the Ridgeline. And this is where the drive modes will also pop up as well. In reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Resolution is pretty solid. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, response time, quick. It's easy to use, this new infotainment system, so this is a nice update for the Ridgeline. And behind it, you actually see nice soft touch trim all across the dash. Tri-zone climate here in the Ridgeline. Then we've got heated seats, got a little storage space here. And this is like our charging area with the wireless phone charging pad. Buttons here for the transmission select. And then you get your off-road mode and then auto stop start. Some cup holders. Oh, look at this. Solid. Nice trim on the top. And then get the glove box. And then with this one's for the power setting rear window. There you go. Always a nice feature to have. And then we do have a sunroof as well. So hard to see because of the glare, but Ridgeline RTL, total MSRP $43,975. And let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility in the Ridgeline before we set off. Here's visibility of the hood, both the mirrors, do a blast monitoring, the rest of the rear. And, well, let us set off in the Ridgeline RTL. It's crazy with the increase in prices with mid-size pickup trucks. I mean, you look at the price of the Chevy Colorado, the GMC Canyon, the new Tacoma, the new Ford Ranger. The Ridgeline just looks like such a solid value in comparison. So it's pretty cool what they've done to keep the prices a little bit more reasonable here. Now some people might say, hey, it's because it's outdated. It's like, well, you know, gauge cluster infotainment system wise, all of that, it's, you know, it doesn't have a 360 camera system in this one, but you know, I don't know, I wouldn't say that it's outdated. So first off, seats are comfortable in the RTL. It's a nice thing. Smooth. Being unibody and independent suspension, really comfortable drive. And you forget that you're driving a pickup truck. I think that's the coolest thing about the Ridgeline, is that it's very car-like. You do feel over bigger, like that's bigger compression is what I would call that. Over the bigger compression, you do feel that independent suspension. It's not necessarily in the unibody, it's not necessarily the nicest. Cybertruck, by the way. Speaking of weird trucks, good torque out of the engine. And the transmission's, it's nice. Good setup. Very good setup with this. I think they've done a great job. And this, I mean, this is a decent elevation gain, not like climbing up a mountain, but again, doesn't struggle to stay up to speed. Braking's smooth too. But yeah, it drives car-like, and I think that's a nice feature. And the reason why I say that's a nice feature is, with a lot of modern pickup truck owners, they're daily driving them for the most part, right? It's like daily driving, you know, a few trips to the hardware store, you know, maybe you're carrying, you know, just not carrying stuff in the back all that often, not usually, mostly using it for a car rather than a truck. And so having a truck that's very car-like, I think makes sense. I think it's nice. I think it's a nice way to go about things. So let me know what you guys think about the Ridgeline. I know that the Ridgeline gets a little bit of hate for being a quote-unquote fake truck, but it's got solid payload, it's got a good bed, storage space is solid, it's comfortable, it's very reasonably priced considering what this has option-wise in the modern mid-size pickup truck market. I mean, you're getting base model from all the other manufacturers at this price point, and this has nice seats, it's got heated seats, it's got tri-zone climate, it's got a lot of really solid value features. So let me know your thoughts on the Ridgeline.